Hello everyone, I'm Renzo Mox, and welcome to the Mock Block, the show where I take a look at others' mocks. If you suggest it to me in the comments, you can also do that. But today I will be talking about Play Stippling's mocks, the elemental creatures, or his own version of the elemental creatures. Basically, he stated that he wanted to make his own creature mocks without being based on the original creature sets. Plus, he wanted to distinguish them as the creature that they were, well, as the creature that he wanted to make them as. So, without further ado, let's get started with the first one, which I believe is called, Ireti? Yes, Ireti. Alright, so let's get started with that one. So, Ireti is supposed to represent a bat, and I think he did a really good job of it. The basic, the basic build of the wings is essentially, what is it? Mixed with Iker and what's the other one? Uxar, yeah. But I like the wings. I like them for what they are. It's very classic. I don't know. It gives me a very grim look when I look at these wings because without the without the actual I don't know the word for. I can't remember the word. Pardon. But without that, it gives it a darker look almost, and that's what's interesting. Excluding that, I do like what he did with the horns and the fangs, or I guess their ears, not horns. And the fangs, they look really cool. I like how he did that. The color scheme is also really good. I mean, it stays true to Tarak, but it is a creature of Earth. And the function is just the wing function. And overall, the wings are a little oversized, but that's not really that big of a problem. I mean, he's a bat. The wings are generally oversized on regular bats. As you can see in nature, if you just look at a real bat, their wings are generally very large. Especially what is it, the bat or flying fox, something like that. Yeah, has a very big wingspan. The feet, I personally don't like that, but I guess it's better than nothing, I suppose. It's a cool approach, and I guess it works out for the creature. I just personally don't like that. The function is average, but overall, I really do enjoy this mock. The another thing I don't like is the exposed ball joints. But I understand if there was no way to cover that up and not affect the function. I do understand that. And again, yeah, so this is a good mock. I really enjoy the overall look of this. I think a little bit more gold should have been implemented in the wings, even if I guess if he was going for a standard bat, I guess it would make more sense to not have any more gold in there. I don't know, it's a nitpick that bothers me. Oh well, it's not bad. Great mock. Now we are moving on to his creature of fire, known only as Riccar, which I think is supposed to represent a raptor. I should have memorized these. Anyway, so yeah, here's Riccar the raptor. Yes, okay, it's a raptor. I just remember that. And his function, now, I gotta remember this. I think it's something like... Oh, I feel bad this is bad. I think it's like he moves the tail down and the arms move up, or he moves the tail up and the arms go down. Either way, I'm sorry, Stippling, if you're watching this. I'm sorry I botched that. I haven't seen the video in a while. I really should have prepared for this. I like the build. The arms, however, are a little awkward. I don't know if it's me, but they're just a little close together, which I guess raptors, they kind of have their arms closer together. I don't know, that's just one thing that personally does bother me. The tail also, with the skinny arms and the small legs, the tail with its good bulk of armor kind of seems, it kind of clashes with that, but not too much. It stays in an appropriate amount. I like the appreciation to the big front toe that raptors actually have. That's a very good approach. And overall, although I don't quite remember the function, it still is, I know what it's basically about, and I do appreciate the function. It does look, I mean, he's trying to get the raptor pouncing sort of look, and I do appreciate that. That's really cool. I also really like the horns on Iker's head, or Iker, however you want to say it. Overall, I think it's a cool idea for the creature of fire, and not much else you can really say about that. Just a few minor nitpicks aside, I think he's a great inclusion for the creatures that he was trying to make. And honestly, I don't think I could do a raptor better. He basically nailed everything. So, yeah. Now let's move on to the next creature, which I don't quite remember the name of right now, but I'm just sorry for that little cut, guys. My recording just bugged out. Anyways, this is Nkiir, Creature of Ice, or if I'm saying that right, I hope I am. I love this one. This is probably my favorite initially. The way I look at this thing, I appreciate so much of the design. The function, oh, it's so good. I can't even begin to describe. I could talk about this guy for hours, just the amount of love I have for him. I did not think the head was going to work for the elk or the deer, or I don't know my animals. I just did not think it was going to work out well, but the head surprisingly worked well, and the antlers, those look amazing. Like, I thought you couldn't get better than Umarak's antlers. I thought that's just, I understand mocking and actual official sets are quite different, but that's just the first. Like, it's quite amazing looking. The function is when you tilt the head down, the legs kick back, and it's so, like, it's not only is it, like, it's practical, it's realistic. That's something that they do. So that's, like, really smart. And it looks like this one was really, really well made. So I thank you, Stippling. This one looks amazing. I just appreciate this one so much. The color scheme is also very well distributed here. There could be a little bit more gold, but hey, you know what? That I could see that as some sort of side color, and it works. It works out well. The use of those like ice pieces too, or like the fur pieces, I guess is supposed to be more furish. Great use of those. It's really cool. I understand that the function doesn't work as well because of those side plates that you use, but overall, it's a great, great, great creature. In terms of Unity mode, which I haven't been talking about so far, I don't know, it just doesn't really work as well for Kopaka. I don't see this thing going on Kopaka, but I guess you can do that, so yeah. Overall, yeah, I really enjoy this creature. There's not much to complain about, so there's that. Nkiir, great creature, probably one of my favorites. Alright, so let's move on to, what's his face? Let me find the picture. Maku. Maku. Creature of Jungle. Now, I'll be realistic. I had no idea this was a monkey at first. It kind of confused me. I don't know. I thought it was like some sort of lizard, but it's a monkey. And I kind of see it. It's still kind of hard to see for me. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's really good, in fact. His function is just a gear function. It's a custom gearbox, too, which is awesome. That's always cool. It's always cool to see custom gearboxes. That's what I used to do before the LEGO actually released them. Overall, the build for this guy just looks fun, and the colors are so good. He implemented the yellow with the gears perfectly. His head is also probably one of my favorites. He just looks, I don't know, he looks like something out of Legend of Zelda, like one of the, if you ever play Twilight Princess, it's one of those monkeys. I don't know, it's cool. Like, again, there's so much greebling here that I appreciate that so much. It just looks so interesting, and overall, he's very kooky. Now I say kooky because realistically, he looks like looking at this thing, he looks like he'd be a fun, like always crazy character, which I guess fits a monkey. So, like, there's just so much going on. There's vines. There's just that's what I love about this mock. And I know I just went but realistically, this is a great mock. Now, and what he actually made a mouth, which was what was it, the not a Zamor launcher, but it was like those pieces from the Hero Factory Invasion from Below, the pieces that you would shoot the ball out of. It's kind of like just a launcher. Yeah, it's one of those. I like the use of that piece. It's very well integrated, and overall the color scheme very, very well integrated. Yeah, I don't know. It's a really good. It is a really good. So Maku, tip my hat. I tip my fedora to you. Very, very interesting little mock. And the greebling, I've already talked about the greebling. It's so good. Even the name, I don't know. I like the name. All right, so let's move on to the creature of water known as Ganu or Ganu. Am I right? Let me check. Ganu. Okay, Ganu. Yeah, Ganu, creature of water. At first, I thought this was a motorcycle. I had no idea what it was. And now I could still be wrong, but it's a turtle, right? I hope I'm correct. Because you said shell, so I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be a turtle. I love the build of this one. The one thing that I don't like is the neck, but I understand if you needed to do that. That's just one, which, by the way, in this picture you can't see. It's longer than usual. That's my fault. That's the picture I took. But I love this thing. It looks great. It's a similar function to Moltar's Lava Smasher from Nexonites, with the, kind of the, not feathers, not wings, with the fins that move when the wheel rotates. It's a compact build. And I did watch, he said one of the main problems would be the color scheme. And is there enough color distribution? Maybe. I mean, silver-wise, I just wish there was... I mean, the blue pins kind of help it, but then again, I don't know. The blue pins kind of add on to the trans dark blue and everything. I don't know. I mean, it works out pretty well. I mean, there's nothing better I can do, and I can only imagine how hard it was to actually get that function in. For that, I appreciate that. I really do appreciate it, because it just looks... It looks like a fun, cute little thing. It reminds me of BB-8 from Star Wars. Not because of the look. Well, yeah, okay, it's somewhat of the look. It's just because I look at this thing and I imagine it rolling around, being like a little sidekick, and just like it wouldn't be so violent. I see it being more as like a non-hostile type of creature. Like it would mind its business, and if it saw danger, it would just kind of roll away. That's what I'm getting from this thing, even though it's covered in spikes. That's what I get, and I do like it. Just minor flaws aside, I honestly could not do better. It's a great mock. Keep it up, Stippling. This is probably one of my favorites. I know I talked a lot about Nkiir, but this one's also a very good one. So yeah, tip of the hat, and I keep saying that. But honestly, yeah, it's a great mock. Let's talk about the final one, which is Peony. Creature of Stone. Now, I think he said it himself that this is his least favorite, and I will admit, this is my least favorite as well. Nothing against the little guy. I didn't know what the creature was at first either. I was like, it's a type of armadillo? Huh, that's interesting. I would have liked to see a kangaroo. That would have been cool. The function for that would have been very similar to that old Rahi set. And I'll talk about that in the final part of this video. But everything else just looks cool. I don't know, I would have liked to see a kangaroo. I mean, I could imagine that. I know that's not what it is, but just from the stance of this guy, he looks like he could like jump around and like bounce around all over the place. I like the claws; those look cool. And the Skull Basher-esque function is also really cool. I also appreciate that. It's just I like that function so much, and the way that you integrated it here in a smaller scale works out pretty well. The color scheme is very well distributed, and added more black than the black inclusion is very nice. It's much better than all the tans, and yeah, it's way better than all the browns and tans that Qatar actually had. So, that's good. And he really has managed to use these creature heads amazingly. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing I kind of don't like is the legs. I don't know, they just look a little awkward from the front. The shell thing on his back, which you can't see right now, by the way, go check out these reviews, link in the description for Stippling's channel. But the shell, he said he didn't like it, but I like it. I don't know, it looks spiky, it's cool. It may not look like the animal he was trying to make, but it works out pretty well. I do appreciate everything, and I keep saying that I appreciate everything. But honestly, what's not to like? It's a little earth, or not earth, little stone creature. Still, I keep saying that I want to see a kangaroo, but it'd just be a cool little mock that I'd like to see. Someone out there make a creature of stone out of a kangaroo, or make a kangaroo out of the creature of stones idea. You can use the creature of stone head. But, so yeah, great mech, or I said great mech, great mock. I said it's good, but it's probably not my favorite. Then again, doesn't mean it's bad. So, let's wrap this up with my thoughts on or basically my general thoughts. Stippling, you've done it. You've done it again. You've made good mocks. These mocks are really, really good. I have no problems. I have minor nitpicks, but overall, those aren't that bad. My least favorite is Peony, if I got that right. And my favorite is actually, it was Nkiir, but now I think it's Maku, just because of the greebling and just his overall look. He looks like a fun little character, and that's why I like Maku. Nkiir is definitely second best, though, because of his overall design. He looks much larger than the rest of them, which, from this picture, he doesn't really look like that, but I could see him being much, much larger. Ganu is fun. Did I get that right? Yeah, Ganu. These names are also very good, so good on ya, Stippling, good on ya. I didn't want to make this first episode so long, and this is like the only time that I'm going to be covering a group of mocks, for a while at least. But, I mean, he's done it. He's managed to create different creatures and make them look good. Could I see these actually being sets? Some of them. Most of them, actually. The only one I don't see actually, or ever being a set, is Ganu. I don't know, just the color distribution, I just don't see that happening. But then again, it's not even that bad because it's intended to be a shell, and in real life shells are not too many, mostly they're not too many colors. So I like that. And let me just give my shout out to Play Stippling. He makes great mocks. His mocks are amazing. And he's currently doing reviews of the 2016 Bionicle Summer sets, so if you want to see some early reviews on those, go check it out. But, you know, I cannot stress this guy enough, or stress it enough. This guy's amazing. Go subscribe to his content. His content's amazing. Everything about his videos are really amazing. He made everything's really professional, unlike this video where I've been rambling the entire time. But thank you guys for watching the first episode of the Mock Block. Stay tuned next time when we'll be looking at more mocks. You can send in suggestions in the comments below, or you can, I don't know. I will always ask you guys if you want me to review your mocks. So just don't go ahead. I'm never going to steal your mocks. I'm always going to ask for permission. If you say no, then no. But if you say yes, then I will review it. So, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. This has been Renzo Mox, and goodbye.